Hello, my name is Yrral Davis, and the main topic of Chapter 1 in the movie was about equality. When the Civil War ended, African Americans would get arrested for minor alleged crimes. When things were getting out of hand, laws were being passed around to separate African Americans, which then impaired them from receiving the rights of a normal U.S. citizen. These laws that were being placed disabled African Americans from getting proper education. This environment that children were being put into is a key factor to how children were behaved and developed. As white children would go to school and being taught that living a segregated way was a right way, and African American students were being taught that living the way that they were living and being educated and separated were being the new normal. The Civil War took a high priority in the environment of education, in the sense that education in the classroom came second compared to the war on drugs with children. Focused with Ronald Reagan, diversity among the classroom created inequalities for education among African Americans. In the movie, Bryant Stevenson, Henry Louis Jr., Michelle Alexander, and many others provided information as to what it was like for African Americans after the Civil War. The information they provided showed how environmental influences and inequality can affect education. The chapter provided information as to why it was important to have a diverse classroom, and it also teaches us how to manage a diverse classroom. In the chapter, it explains how culture is learned, adapted, and behaved. Culture impacts how we dress, eat, speak, think, and act. This is learned from the students' influences, like their parents and communities. Teachers put up with the task with embracing the incoming diversity and providing equal service to their children depending on their needs. They also must be aware of the local communities that surround their school and educate their students about their own culture as well as other cultures in different countries so they can realize that we all have similarities and differences. The role of preparing young children for the real world and its overwhelming struggles relies on teachers. As the nation gets more diverse, there is a higher rate of inequality among many aspects, such as race, gender, ethnicity, language, disability, religion, and economic status. The chapter states that students of color account for more than half of the student population, and a rising increase with Asian Americans and Latino students. Students of color are also the majority in most of the nation's largest school districts, and they are the minority in the Midwest, as one of the 3 students are of color. Although race has diversified the classroom, a diverse wave of religion has made its way into the classroom. Religion affects how teachers work through the curriculum, as they must be making sure that curriculum adheres to the rigorous rules and codes. Equality in terms of treatment of students requires that all students must receive fair quality of treatment.